Why did the Warsaw Uprising start? If you're curious about one of the most significant events in World War II, the Warsaw Uprising, you're in the right place. Let's explore why this courageous but tragic event unfolded. In the summer of 1944, Warsaw, the capital of Poland, was under German occupation, a situation that had been ongoing for 5 long years. The Polish people were exhausted, and the conditions were dire. The threat of mass German roundups of able-bodied Poles for evacuation was looming, which added to the urgency. Around this time, the Soviet Union was advancing towards Warsaw as part of their Lublin-Brest offensive. The Polish resistance, led by the Home Army, believed this was the perfect moment to act. They thought that if they could liberate Warsaw before the Soviet forces arrived, they could assert Polish sovereignty and prevent the Soviet Union from taking control of the city. The Polish government in exile in London was also a key factor. They wanted to demonstrate to the Allies that Poland was capable of liberating itself, rather than relying on the Soviets. On July 25, General Borkomarowski reported to London that the Home Army was ready to launch the uprising, and the government in exile authorized the plan without needing further approval. Radio Moscow's Polish service had been calling for an uprising, which, although likely a tactical move by the Soviets, still influenced the Polish decision. The emotional desire for justice and revenge against the Germans after years of brutal occupation also played a significant role. On July 31, the Polish commanders decided to launch the uprising at 5 p.m. the next day, known as W Hour. This decision was based on the belief that Soviet tanks were about to enter Warsaw, which would provide them with the necessary support. However, this support never came. The Soviet advance was halted by a direct order from the Kremlin, and the Red Army did not provide any significant assistance to the Polish resistance. This lack of support was a critical factor in the eventual failure of the uprising. The Warsaw Uprising was not just a military operation, but also a political statement. The Polish underground state aimed to show the world that Poland was fighting for its freedom and sovereignty, rather than being liberated by external forces. This bold move, though ultimately unsuccessful, remains a powerful symbol of resistance and courage in the face of overwhelming odds.